everyone. This is HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart announcement. And as you know, HANTEO Chart is the world's one and only real-time music chart. And this is going to be the announcement for the first week of December. So if you are curious about K-pop album sales, please subscribe to this WhosfanTV channel and like this video. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the weekly physical album chart rankings of the first week of December. As usual, starting with the 10th place. In the 10th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of first week of December was taken by P1 Harmony. Their album, Disharmony Standout, was sold 3,933 copies in the last week. P1 Harmony, their latest news is that through a project called Mix Harmony, which is a collaboration with different artists, they will be sending the message of P1 Harmony and also their emotions and expressions as artists. And that was in the 10th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of first week of December, P1 Harmony's Disharmony Standout, that was sold 3,933 copies in the last week. Next up is the 9th place. In the 9th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of first week of December is Luna. Their album, 12 O'Clock, was sold 6,224 copies in the last week. Luna has actually started a follow-up promotion with the song called Voice. So they are continuing with their promotion with this album. This album also did very well in the monthly global authentication chart once. So still doing very well on the weekly physical album chart as well, placing 9th with the latest album, Luna's 12 O'Clock, that was sold 6,224 copies in last week. Next up, in the 8th place. The 8th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of first week of December was taken by BoA. Her album, Better, was sold 7,722 copies in last week. This is her new album, celebrating the 20th anniversary of her debut. Obviously, the K-pop fans usually say BoA is sort of a living history of K-pop, and her latest album, Better, also did very well on the weekly physical album chart, has placed 8th in HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of first week of December. The album called Better, and it was sold 7,722 copies in the last week. This weekly physical album chart result is brought to you by HANTEO Chart, the world's one and only real-time music chart. And if you are enjoying this broadcast or would like to learn more about K-pop album sales, please subscribe to this channel and also like this video. Next up, in the 7th place. In the 7th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of first week of December is Stray Kids. Their album, In Life, was sold 16,511 copies in last week. The latest news for Stray Kids is that they have recently confirmed their appearance on Kingdom, the survival program gonna be among the boy groups, along with a group, the boys and ATs. So a lot of the Stray Kids fans says we're very excited about the news and looking forward to their amazing performance in the coming show. And that was in the 7th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of first week of December, Stray Kids In Life, that was sold 16,511 copies in the last week. Moving on to the 6th place. In the 6th place of HANTEO Chart, weekly physical album chart of first week of December is NCT. Their album NCT 2020 Resonance Part 1 was sold 25,264 copies in last week. The latest news for NCT is that through an award show ceremony stage, they have showcased the final single called Resonance for the first time. And obviously, NCT fans are very excited for this year's promotion, how there were new members and all the different combinations of NCT members are performing on different stages. And this was yet another stage that the fans have been looking forward to a lot. And that definitely did not, I guess, let the fans down. And that was in the 6th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of first week of December. NCT's album, NCT 2020 Resonance Part 1, that was sold 25,264 copies in last week. This weekly physical album chart result is brought to you by HANTEO Chart, the world's one and only real-time music chart. And if you have purchased an album last week in order to support your artist, that album purchase has counted towards this week's album chart results. Moving on to the 5th place. In the 5th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of first week of December was taken by BTS. Their album, B, was sold 30,349 copies in last week. The latest news for BTS is that they have won the grand prize in the music show, continuing from the last year, and this is their basically 8th win, if you have to say, in that particular award show. So obviously, I guess BTS is obviously a very popular artist and very well-known artist as well, and also does very well in terms of the album chart results, digital streaming. So, and the fandom is very active as well. So it's not a surprise that they have won 8 different awards, I guess, for the grand prize. Congratulations on wrapping up the year in an amazing way. And that was in the 5th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of first week of December. BTS B, that was sold 30,349 copies in last week. Next up, in the 4th place. The 4th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of first week of December was taken by Kai. His new album, Kai, was sold 251,919 copies in the last week. So obviously Kai is part of EXO, and this is his 8th year since his debut, and this is actually his first solo debut after 8 years of promoting. So a lot of the fans were very excited for the news, and the title track of this album is called And through this particular title track, he is going to showcase, quote-unquote, Kai style in terms of music, performance, also fashion, etc. So if you are a fan of EXO, especially Kai, it's definitely a must-listen and must-watch music video. And that was in the 4th place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of first week in December. Kai's album, Kai, that was sold 251,919 copies last week. And the next up is the 3rd place. In the 3rd place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of first week of December is GOT7. Their new album, Breath of Love, Last Piece, was sold 270,670 copies last week. This is their new album, and the fans were very excited to hear the news because this album was released in 7 different versions following each member. So it has different designs, different, I guess, first press gifts, etc. And moreover, they are going to be promoting with 2 double title tracks. The first one is called Breath, which it has more of a sort of a light, a cooler feel to it, and the second one is Last Piece, is more of a let's just say more mature, like deeper sound song. So they're going to be promoting with both of the songs and the performances. So very exciting time for GOT7s out there. And that was in the 3rd place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of first week of December. GOT7's Breath of Love, Last Piece, that was sold 270,670 copies in last week. We're only left with 2 albums and 2 artists of this week, and this weekly physical album chart result is brought to you by HANTEO Chart, the world's one and only real-time music chart. And if you are interested in learning more about K-pop album sales or enjoying this broadcast, please subscribe to the WhosfanTV channel and also like this video. So moving on to the second place. In the second place of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of first week of December is ENHYPEN. Their new album, Border Day 1, was sold 280,873 copies last week. So this is their debut album. Obviously, if you have been following ENHYPEN in general or have been watching the show Island, you would probably know that they have debuted on November 30th, and this number, 280,873 copies, is their weekly album sales and also the initial total sales, which is the first week sales since the album was released, meaning the album was released on Monday. So they have debuted through the survival show called Island, like we mentioned, and this is sort of a co-op between Big Hit Entertainment and also CJ ENM. So that brought a lot of attention from the K-pop fans as well. And this first album, called Border Day 1, is a story and emotions that each members have experienced during preparing for their debut and actually finally making the debut. So it talks about like discovery and growth of each members. And the title track is called Given Taken, and it's a song that has a powerful yet a dark energy, and there are very interesting choreographies in this title track, like how all the 7 members are connected, or they are sort of posing like that they are shooting an arrow towards the world. So those very interesting choreographies are in this title track. And the members of ENHYPEN have revealed that they would like to get a Rookie of the Year award along with their debut. So we'll see, and we're very excited to continue to see their promotion and a debut promotion in the coming weeks. And obviously, congratulations on doing very well in HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of first week of December, placing second with their album Border Day 1, and it was sold 280,873 copies in the last week. So we're only left with one artist, the top one, the very top of HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of first week of December. The first place is NCT. Their album, NCT 2020 Resonance Part 2, was sold 402,652 copies in the last week. So they have also placed second in the last week's weekly physical album chart results, and along with the album sales, that's more than 400,000. NCT's NCT 2020 Resonance Part 2 has placed first in this week's chart announcement, and the title track is called 90s Love, and as you can tell from the title, it really expresses perfectly how the 90s love and emotions was back in the day, and being loved a lot by a lot of the fans. And there's also a track called Work It in the album, and through their very active performance and charms, they are showing like sort of a different side of NCT. I mean, NCT is a big group, and also they have a lot of members that have different kinds of charms, so they can pull off pretty much any concept. But with this particular track, Work It, they are garnering a lot of attention with powerful energy. And through the award show recently, like we've mentioned previously, they have showcased a resonance stage with all the 23 members, which is very exciting for the fans, and obviously really showcasing truly all of the charms of the members. And obviously we're also very excited to the infinite charms and different stages that NCT is going to show in the coming days. And congratulations on placing the first in HANTEO Chart's weekly physical album chart of first week of December, NCT's NCT 2020 Resonance Part 2, and which was sold to 402,652 copies last week. So that was all the albums and the artists on the top 10 of this week. Congratulations to all the artists and the fans who did amazingly well this week. And if you are curious about K-pop album sales and how many new albums will be also released in the next weeks and will be ranked high up in the weekly physical album chart, please check out the app called Whosfan. There you can see the real-time, daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly album charts, as well as the global authentication chart, where especially if you are a global fan and purchased an album and authenticated your, genuine album, that also ranks your artist high up in the global authentication chart as well. And there are a lot of different fun events and votings that are happening on Whosfan, so check those out as well. And don't forget to subscribe to WhosfanTV channel and also like this video, and we will continue to report on the weekly chart result and the related K-pop news as well. So that's everything that we have this week. Thank you for watching as always, and this was your host, Jo. See you next week, everyone. Bye.